Oh, my word. Can't get a break over here. We got a tornado on the ground, y'all. Let me just at the server, I suppose, because we're going to just start right on off. I just came in here and I saw that it was observed. So let's see what we got here today, shall we? Let's see. I guess I'm going to switch right over to... Let me just make sure everything's good, because I don't know if I've set everything up properly. Okay, yeah, we're good. So we got a tornado on the ground over here towards the Magwall area by trained spotters. So I was hoping to just start here, and actually, how close are we? I scheduled it for 5 o'clock. I put it back, so I was hoping to start here in 7 minutes, but this storm did not hold off like I was hoping it would. So Connor, look at that. We also just went destructive on that too. So Connor's on the southern storm out here. We've got a confirmed warning on the northern storm, so we've got two very dangerous storms right now. This one is a particularly dangerous situation for a severe storm. Let's see. It's going to be for hail, 2.75-inch hail there. And yeah, this one is a tornado on the ground. I don't know who's observed this. You know what? I was watching a specific live streamer and he had something on it. Let me go see if he's the one who confirmed it. Give me just a moment. We're going to go see if this person has a fully condensed tornado on the ground or not. Let's see here. So, all right, it's not this one. I don't know who's on this storm up here, but somebody observed a tornado on this storm. So make sure you guys are in your safe spot. Today's threat area is really going to be out here in Texas. That's going to be the primary risk region. We've got a large enhanced risk for severe weather today. I don't know how long we'll be covering whatsoever. We do have a 10 sig tour as well. So let me go ahead and show you all that. Just so that way everybody who's tuning in knows what we're going to be covering today. So we've got that 10 sig tour risk that has been put out here by the SPC. We already have a tornado watch. We already have a severe watch. So storms are just now, I didn't even realize that, but there's actually a storm just now entering that 10 sig area. We have a large 30 sig hail area, 30 hatched region. We also have a large 15% chance for damaging winds. So all hazards on the table today. The main hazard should end up being the large hail side of things. But yeah, we also can't rule out a couple strong tornadoes being a possibility out here. So Connor is going through this storm right now. He's getting gas. He's getting gas out here in Texas. Let me go over here. There we go. What is the greatest threat for on Monday? What? What is the greatest risk for a threat on Monday? Severe storms. All hazards. No channel names, Daniel. But yeah, we'll go over that later. Sometime. Yeah, I did see that one in Holly. I sure did. I heard they might yeah, we'll see if they upgrade that to a low end DF4 because I did hear that actually from the National Weather Service. They did say they may upgrade that. They said high end DF3, low end DF4. So this also has 2-inch hail observed with it out here towards Kermit, Texas, Magwalt, Texas as well. And then our destructive PDS severes for Fort Stockton. So two main storms right now. This is the one that has a tornado on the ground in that blue polygon. There's been an observed tornado from trained weather spotters. You can see that there. An observed tornado. So damaging tornado up to 2-inch hail in diameter as well. Weather spotters confirmed a tornado near Winkler County Airport. Train spotter reported a brief touchdown and lifting of a tornado. Another tornado may occur. So there may or may not be a tornado on the ground right now. It sounds like the observed tag was more of a precautionary measure because this storm already produced a tornado. So we'll need to keep a very, 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 very close eye on that. And yeah, is there a tornado chance for, let's see. So you're mainly in a hail risk. We've got one storm heading up your way. You're not really looking at much of a big threat today for anything other than hail. I don't think you're in probably anything more than about a 2% here. Yeah, you're not even in a tornado chance. So yeah, 15% wind, 15% hail. So wind and hail. There's not even according to the SPC, a 2% chance for tornadoes. So very, very low threat for tornadoes for your area. We're really watching this area for the next like 2-3 hours. Right out here is going to be the main region. Storm should weaken relatively quick. We really don't have the most favorable environment in place. Yesterday was actually a way more favorable environment. I did end up missing that because I was away, of course. But there was a massive tornado that ended up dropping down in it. Thankfully, a relatively rural region. I haven't heard anything about anything, any injuries or anything like that. It looks like the most favorable environment for tornadoes is actually right out in front of this storm here going towards the Midland area. So this might be a bit of a long-tracked supercell here, capable of all hazards. Our main tornado threat should really go down at 7, so I'm not planning on staying live for like the whole night or whatnot. I don't want to. The main reason why I don't want to cover these big threats, I haven't been buckling down to my 3, 4, 5 hour coverage like normal. Which actually we just did 4-hour coverage the other day. But anyways, it's because of this upcoming storm system. I know for a fact I'll be live for probably near 8 hours on Monday, and then another 8 hours on Tuesday, and then another 8 hours on Wednesday. And then who knows, maybe Thursday will be a storm chase in my neck of the woods. You never know. If I end up with a marginal, we're chasing it, live streaming it, man. I don't care if it's a 5% wind risk or anything. We're chasing it if it's a marginal. So we did just get a new MCD out here. Greatest severe threat over the next 1 to 2 hours for these supercells towards Fort Stockton and Odessa. So make sure you guys are hyper weather aware out there. Make sure you have your tornado preparedness plan ready to go if you're inside the tornado watch. That purple area is your tornado watch. The yellow area is your severe thunderstorm watch. Now, just because you're in a severe thunderstorm watch doesn't mean you cannot not see tornadoes. So as for you, FX, Georgia, I think you'll be okay. I have fam out in Alabama. They're really close to Georgia. They're in like southeast Alabama, so I don't think we'll see too much in that area. I think it will remain off to your west, but I am watching closely because I have fam down there. If any day is going to be big for Georgia, it's probably going to end up being. It's difficult to say, but it will probably be either late Wednesday or sometime on Thursday. Wow. When did that uptrend for me on Thursday? Ooh, I like that. I love that. Wow. Oh my goodness, that is a crazy threat for me. Man, I will chase that in a heartbeat. Holy crap, that is a really good threat. Jeez. Hold on, y'all. I've spotted something on the models. Oh my goodness. If that environment happens, that'll be wild for me. But yeah, Georgia's going to be watching for Wednesday. Right? I said Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday into Thursday. Thursday looks really good for me. Ethan, did you hear I got my license? So, heck yeah. Any risk is a chasing day now. Because I don't have to, try to see if my parents will let me go. Because I've got stuff set up. I'm going to fix up the car a little bit probably tomorrow or the day after that. There's a lot of stuff I got to get done. I've got to get a lot of stuff done, y'all. I like, to be honest, there's a lot of work I need to do. Let's see. Any help for Raleigh? Definitely, Hank. Yeah. Yeah, there would definitely be a severe threat for Thursday. I'm eyeballing that one very closely. I don't know how much I believe that because it looks too good to be true. Multiple days of robust, potentially widespread, significant severe weather for Thursday. Still some severe, this is by the SPC, still some severe evident along the southern portion of the U.S. Will somewhat probably convect. Let's see here. The southern plains into the southeast and the mid-Atlantic. It is possible that one or more 15% areas will be needed for Thursday. Given the favorable forecast for instability and wind shear. But this still depends on the better agreement in the model run guidance. extent placement of the moderate to strong instability and overall convective coverage for Thursday afternoon and evening. Ooh, boy. I might be in it for a chase day on Thursday. Holy. Uh-oh. Dude, that's wild. When did that appear on the models? Like, that had to just appear. It was even crazier yesterday. You gotta understand, I haven't checked the models in a hot minute. So, what I'm seeing is like something I have not looked at here. Kermit, there may be a tornado on the ground. It is observed, so just run to your safe spot if you're in Kermit, Texas. It's a storm that's producing brief tornadoes, so I don't believe it's a long track tornado by any means. It seems like it's just touching down, brief tornado, lifting back up, and then rinse and repeat. That's what it seems like it's trying to do right now. Let's see. When is Abilene's next threat? When is Abilene's threat next week? TRG. So you know what? It's iffy for that area. Let me check these cities. So you're east of that risk. You know, you might not have that big of a risk. Right now, I would say Monday has the best opportunity, but it might actually end up being off to your east. So I don't really know for certain. Right now, it doesn't look all that ridiculous for Abilene, Texas at all. Nashville. Now, I can already tell you without looking, it's probably going to be Wednesday. Because Wednesday just looks like a good day. Day 5 is, Wednesday. Nashville's on the border of that chance for severe weather by the SPC, so I would definitely be watching Wednesday for sure if I'm in Nashville. Now, where the highest threat for severe weather sets up for Wednesday is still a question mark, so Nashville may not be in, like the biggest risk for severe weather out of that particular day, but you're definitely going to be, well, I should say, you already are inside a risk for severe weather. I think Wednesday's main threat's going to be more towards Illinois, Indiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Western Tennessee, Western Kentucky. This is really trying to ramp up in Kermit for sure. Girl Dev, I'm sure you're in here. Yep, there's Girl Dev. I would definitely be watching. I think you're in both days. You're in both days. I'd be watching Tuesday and Wednesday, especially. Let me look at Tuesday, but I think Wednesday looks ridiculous right now. Oh, Tuesday looks pretty good too. There's still a lot of uncertainty on exact mesoscale features. So, I mean, if a shortwave sets up a couple more miles to your south, then you're probably not going to get nearly as big of a threat as what these models are portraying. So, it does depend on those smaller mesoscale features. But right now, Wednesday looks like the bigger threat for severe weather. But there's no need to panic or worry. Just stay hyper weather aware for sure. The risk could shift far south, and then boom, you're out of the risk, or far west, or it could just downtrend as a whole. So there's no need to be worrying and panicking. And even if you end up in, like, say, I don't know, a moderate for tornadoes, the chance of you actually getting a tornado on that day is still very slim, even though it's one of the more high-end categorical risks. Let's see here. I'm trying not to be super outbreak challenge. I know, I already looked at that. That was crazy. The NAM 3K is going ham. So, yeah, the reason why these storms are already starting to put down tornadoes, especially this northern one. The northern one really has done it by itself, to be honest. So I'm a bit surprised by that. But my main thing that I was going to say is this cell merges here. So this storm would not be even close to as strong as what it is now if we didn't have this cell merge occur towards Fort Stockton. So that's why this storm is warned for, 2.75-inch hail and even a torr possible out here. Really? That's kind of crazy, but honestly, it's definitely a possibility, unfortunately. Uh, I hope I'm dead wrong about this, but this definitely seems like the biggest threat for severe weather we have seen this year. Like, this is the biggest potential, all right? Whether or not that potential occurs is up to Mother Nature. So we'll see. Obviously, the potential on the 26th and 27th and even the 28th really blew out of the water and occurred. And this potential seems higher to the point where the SPC is even talking about issuing a day 2 moderate. So I would be hyper weather aware out there for sure. If I'm anywhere, I mean, geez, it's such a large area, man. Let me just show you all the risks regions here. We've got a day 3, big day 3. Is this not going to pop up? Big day 3, enhanced risk, 30 significant chance for severe weather, even larger than what it was on the 27th. We've got a big day 4, 15% chance for severe weather, and a big day 5, 15% chance for severe weather. So this encompasses over 100 million people already. And as well for day 6, they haven't highlighted anything, but from what I've seen, I believe they're targeted. They're talking about highlighting an area down here further south, which please include me, and then maybe an area more north for Thursday. I don't really know where that second area would be for Thursday. Honestly, um, interesting. Is that another trough? Ah, it's a shortwave. Yeah, the predictability on that is going to be garbage, buddy. Because if that shortwave sets up more to the west, then boom, your whole risk area is now all of a sudden way over here. No wonder why they didn't outline anything for Thursday yet, because all it takes is that shortwave to shift a little bit more to the west, and then, oops, now we gotta change the whole risk. This is still observed. This Fort Stockton one looks ridiculous right now, on radar presentation at least, but I don't know. The main issue today is these storms are elevated. So to be honest, like if I'm being honest, the last 4 days looked way better for significant tornadoes than today. Today is one of the least days that I would have expected a 10 sig for. It does not look favorable for strong tornadoes today. Even yesterday looked really solid for strong tornadoes, hence why we ended up seeing a violent tornado, but thankfully it stayed out in relatively rural areas. But yeah, honestly, let me go check some stuff. I'll go check some stuff here. Wow. Okay, let me go check this. Wow. All right. Wow. Why is there a 10 sig in place? What? Buddy, hold on. Okay, definitely a big hail risk. Wow. Yeah, gigantic hail risk. Ah. Just got a new warning. Oh, I just realized I don't have my program up. Dang it. I'm a little bit off today, y'all. Sorry. I'm using all of my last energy. Everything left that the last energy. The last bit of energy I have left for streaming today. Because this is what I love to do, of course. I don't know why there's a 10 sig out today. Like, if I'm being real, I really do not see it. But then again, there has been a lot of days where I don't see it, and then 1 hour later, kaboom. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if today's one of those days. Because I'm definitely not a meteorologist. I'm no SPC forecaster. So they're definitely going to know way more than me. But just based off of the resources I have, I do not see a 10 sig worthy risk today. Especially not where they have, if it was, yeah, if it was more north, I would agree with it. Like if the 10 sig was more like here, I'd be like, yeah, I see it. I see it. But it's all the way like here. Like it's all the way down here. I don't really see that. I see why. Honestly, the best shot for significant tornadoes I see is way out here, especially near the Odessa area, south of Big Springs, and then a secondary area out in towards Fort Stockton. So pretty much where those two storms have set up, to be honest. So yeah, this storm definitely, yeah, that's why they put the 10 sig out. But kind of surprises they didn't expand it more. Is that still observed? All right, let's switch that. I'm really surprised. I'm surprised. We didn't have a 10 sig yesterday, but I'm surprised. Like yesterday, definitely needed a 10 sig with those discrete supercells firing out in front. HRR's sign tornado parameters are larger in the risk, are larger in the area. They marked for the enhanced risk. So if you're talking about today, you don't want to use model runs. You want to use meso analysis, as well as current surface observations and weather balloon data. So that's only if you're talking about like today, like right now. I mean, even if I were to use the HRRR, let me see how terrible this model run is. HRRR has been horrific lately on consistency, and so has College of DuPage. I'm sorry, I have to. College of DuPage, like the servers have been not the best. I mean, today just looks like a big, big hail threat, like a massive hail threat. Very sloppy storm mode right off the bat. So your strong tornado potential by far is going to be over the next hour and 56 minutes here, all the way till 7 Eastern. So I don't really know. Let me mute that. Wow, that is a beautiful tornado. Jeez, yeah, we got a massive tornado on the ground. Wow. Weed Whacker does it again. Wow. What storm are they on? Oh, that's this one. Oh. I told you guys this one had a good radar presentation. Yeah. That's this one right here. So there's a big tornado on the ground south of Fort Stockton. If you're inside this warning, seek shelter immediately. This is a very large and dangerous tornado just south of Fort Stockton. So run to your safe spot if you haven't already. That is a very large and dangerous tornado. Wow. Connor's trying to core punch this thing. Gracious. I hope there's nobody out in front of this. How many people are in front of this warning? Oh, sweet. They got a drone too. Why can't I find the... Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, there's 227 people in here. That's quite a lot of people for a warning. It's not like the most I've seen by any means, but that's a lot more than what I was hoping. I was hoping for 0. So that's 227 people that could be impacted by this tornado. The tornado is actually shockingly not horrifically rain wrapped. It's definitely trying to rain wrap, I can tell you that. But it's not fully rain wrapped right now. So it is, I mean, it's hard to see, but it's not completely rain wrapped. So it's probably somewhere like right here. Yeah. You can see just the pixels right there. So it's probably just out in front of those pixels somewhere here near northwest of Road Mountain, south of Fort Stockton in Texas. Wow. That is crazy. That is a really, really, really large tornado there. That is a classic large stovepipe. Now it doesn't look as big. Still there for sure. I don't know if Connor's able to see this. He's not. Sounds like they're getting absolutely hammered by large hail too. Just waiting for the windshield to break here. Still a tornado on the ground. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Large tornado on the ground there. And now it's starting to weaken right as they observe it. Yeah, I can't tell if it's on the ground anymore. They had a big tornado though. Hopefully it has lifted because it's about to go right over this road here. It's not interstate, actually a highway 285 there. Going south out of Fort Stockton. A tornado could still be on the ground, and if it is, it's heavily, heavily rain-wrapped, and you will not be able to see it. It was a quite strong tornado about 5 minutes ago. Now I have no idea. It still looks like it's either very close to the ground or it is on the ground. And this storm's going to be dying out here. It's going to be a long time before this one can attempt to do anything. Probably either near or even past Odessa, Texas here. Because it's going to be slammed by this cell merge as it's moving east. Then it's going to be impacted a bit by this one. And then this one. Then this big severe. So it's going to be a little while before this one can try to do anything again. Wow. Monday most likely will remain a moderate. It's not a moderate right now. Wind driven moderate. No, Ethan, it'd be for hail. Did you not read the discussion? Come on now, man. Maybe read the discussion there. Hello, Isabel. I only got one bottle of water today. I'm in trouble. It still looks like it's on the ground. But yeah, I'm definitely planning for a storm chase Thursday, so please look forward to that. There will probably be a members only test stream Saturday, or not Saturday, but I can't even know it. I don't even know what I'm saying here. Wednesday will probably be a members only test stream. Whoa, was that another tornado or is that the same one? Wow. That is like a... What is that? That is like... That has some rapid motion to it. That's just a little dust devil there, but... Dude. I wish I saw something like that in Virginia. Oh, I don't see it anymore. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That thing's... It's either extremely small now or it's lifted. Ethan, what are you basing it off of? The freaking NAM? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, buddy? Let's not fairmonger in the chat, please. I mean, I'm pretty sure that would favor more of a discrete motion in Oklahoma for sure. Yeah, maybe mainly damaging winds in Kansas, but Oklahoma, you're gonna have a good chance for some kicking hail. Maybe even a few strong tornadoes. Dude, Yeah, wow, the NAM is just wild. What in the world am I looking at? Yes, I agree with Kansas going linear insanely. Instantly. Instantly. Well, I mean, it is an opinion, so I'm not gonna fuss at you for that. Just please don't say it's going to go moderate, because, then you're really gonna be fear mongering. I mean, if I uploaded a video saying freaking moderate Thursday, but yeah, moderate's definitely a possibility for sure. I wouldn't be shocked, honestly. I wouldn't be shocked with an all hazards moderate. I wouldn't be shocked if we had like a 45 sig wind over Kansas and a 15 sig tor and 45 sig hail over western and central Oklahoma. That would not surprise me. Now, day 2 is kind of pushing it, but we'll see. I'm curious to see what the death model, I mean HRRR model, has to show tonight. Let's see. Uncertainties might push him back, honestly, Ben. There is some uncertainties on the exact location of the shortwave. Not only that, what the heck does the HRRR do? Wow. What in the HRRR? Wow. What is going on between the HRRR and the NAM? Why is that such a big difference? Like, on the NAM, it's like, yeah, 3,000 instability. And then the HRRR is over here, where the NAM has 3,000. The HRRR is like, yeah, 600 instability. I don't know what the HRRR is doing. Oh, man. Canceled. You're canceled for that, Isabel. I'm gonna cancel you on Twitter for that. Man, definitely. By the way, still an observed warning out here south of Fort Stockton. Tornado is either about to touch the ground or still on the ground. Like I said, this is just gonna have to work itself out. This is just so messy. This is just so messy out here. And Odessa. I'm talking about Monday, Drew. Heck no. A moderate today is completely off the table. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they even went 10 sig today, because yesterday looked way better. But I guess it verified, because we just had a strong tornado south of Fort Stockton, so they nailed it. I better shut up. Because they nailed it. I'm not sure why they went so far south with it, though. Like, the early morning guidance definitely showed more of a tornado threat out here near Fort Stockton, and not, like, right at the Texas-Mexico border there. So I'm not sure why they went really far south, but, I mean, still. We'll see. Man. So I'm gonna keep a very close eye on Thursday, y'all. That's gonna be my main focus personally. I will definitely be here for 8+ hours, most likely for Monday. I don't know exactly how long that stream's going to be, and then Tuesday, and then Wednesday. Now, the only issue with Thursday is, would you guys rather have coverage or a chase stream? Because we're going to have to figure that out. This channel's probably eventually going to slowly start shifting into a chasing channel. Now that I'm pretty much ready to go for it. We might not have a Central Plains chase anytime soon, but I'm very confident that I'm gonna go towards at least probably like Western Tennessee sometime in the near future. Another thing is hurricanes too. I plan on chasing a hurricane. I'd like to chase a category 2 or a category 3. Category 4, I'm running. I'm running at cat 4. Bye-bye. I don't want anything stupidly intense. And yeah, I mean, I'm just happy I got my license, honestly. Because it's gonna be... That's massive. That is massive. Hey, Isabel, you called my tweet blowing up, by the way. You knew it. You knew it. I was like, it's 20 likes. Isabel was wrong. 1 hour later, it's 360 likes. So it just blew up. It just blew up. Where does the Dryline set up on Monday? Well, you know how you can see that? You look at the SBC Outlook. There's where your Dryline's going to set up. There you go. Right about there. Right about there. Maybe a little bit more. No, right about there. Yeah. Here, I can show you on here. Does this go out far enough? It sure does. It should be like right here. Yeah, see your dry line? So it's a little bit more west than what I drew. Sets up right here. Very sharp dry line. Thank you, Karn. Much appreciated. It was massive, man. Getting my license has been something I've been trying to get for 5 years. Of course, you can't get it, before you're 16, but... I mean, I took driver's ed at like 13, 14, so... chase stream, do a poll. Sure, I mean, we could do a poll, but I'm pretty confident y'all are gonna vote chase stream. Pretty darn confident. Let's see. I'm trying to set this up here. There we go. I've got to do custom option. Yay. No, I can't do just a yes or no, so this is going to take me a bit. There we go. Let's see. When you chase with Lucky, you're gonna switch off driving. Yeah. But we won't do that probably till next year, to be honest. We probably won't co-chase till about next year. But I'm gonna be chasing by myself. Probably gonna end up getting in a hail core or something. Let's be honest. So we'll see. I'm gonna stay pretty far away from the storms. Like I'm not gonna go very, very close. Like the goal would be to try to stay on the outskirts. And not just go right through a hail core. Plus, I mean, I know how to drive uh, cautiously for storms. I mean, I've been inside a 2-inch hail core before, so TRG. I can't promise I won't accidentally drive into a tornado. Okay, I can't promise that. I cannot promise that I won't drive into a tornado on accident. Is this the RFD? Oh shoot, that's the tornado. Um, where would you go to chase? Like, would you travel to chase or wait until something comes your way? So this time, Karn, I always waited. Because I don't want to waste my parents' time. So I'd always wait until something comes to me. But Thursday, we are going to go where the storms fire and travel with them, most likely. My chase. Also, another thing depends is the time of those storms. So my chase hours would probably be from 3 to 9 p.m. If storms are anywhere after that, after 9 p.m., I'm not chasing them before 3 p.m. I'll still chase them. But I'm not chasing nocturnal. I'll chase a bit into the night, but you are not going to see me chasing freaking tornadoes at night. Nope, that's when I completely disengage. I am not experienced in nocturnal chasing, and the only way to get better at nocturnal chasing is to chase in the day first. I have no idea at night. I have no idea what the name of the color palette is. No idea at all. I'm also going to be limited on battery too, so I'll have to choose the live stream's timing very carefully. Night, I have zero clue, dude. I have zero clue. I could not tell you anything about my color tables because I just got them such a long time ago. 70 to 30 right now. Yeah, I figured the majority are going to say chasing. And when I chase, I'll still call out like where the tornado warnings are too. Like I'll still try to call out where other stuff is. Oh, you know what? Let me see the CSU for Thursday. Hold on. CSU severe forecast. Thursday is day 6. I will take a broad 15% any day. Oh shoot! Also one on Wednesday too. Oh shoot! Also one on Monday. What the heck? All right, I gotta see day 3. A 5% on day 3. Okay, what about tomorrow? Nah, nothing tomorrow. Am I in like a marginal or what am I on day 3? Very big general thunderstorm risk. A couple of strong tornadoes, which may necessitate greater severe probabilities on Monday for giant hail. So Monday's probably, I'd say Monday's probably going to go moderate day 2 for hail. I'd be shocked with a day 2 moderate for 15 sig tour. Rain Mabes, if you're in Wisconsin, wait till July. June, July. Y'all's severe weather season is rarely, April, May. So still a observed tornado warning out here southeast of Fort Stockton. There really isn't any well-defined area of rotation just yet on this radar scan. I don't think we have any better radars, but yeah, the rotation is somewhere out in this hook. This is probably going to drop another big tornado. Just based off of this presentation that I see here. On Monday, do you think that they'll put out a 15 sig Tor risk? You said Oklahoma. Do you think they will put one in Nebraska? I do not. I think the prime tornado environment right now will be southern Kansas and central western Oklahoma. So I think Monday's primary. So basically, here's the ordeal. This is big time damaging winds. This big time tornadoes and extremely large to gigantic hail. Two different areas, two different storm modes. And this, we may not see supercells fire along the dry line like we just can't stop seeing in 2024. And this is probably going to fire off as a line. So honestly, this might be the highest chance we've had for a derecho in 2024. I will wait until we get better model runs, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ethan is dead right about this being a good derecho chance. The severe weather on Monday looks to stick to my east, towards like the Raleigh area, at least as of now. I'm not gonna chase unless it's a solid marginal. If it's a slight risk, I may consider skipping it because marginal's on top, man. If it ain't marginal, it ain't worth a chase. Especially if it's enhanced. You might as well just turn around and go home if it's enhanced. Hello, New Life. I don't even think I've welcomed anybody to the stream. Caleb, Karn, Isabel, Daniel, Pete, April, Ben, let's see, Girl Dev, Knight. How close are we? Hits, Marcus, New Life, Jack, and everyone else in the stream. Glad to have you here. Lawton, so Lawton, I imagine you're saying Oklahoma. Yeah, Monday, big day. Monday's big day. Now, I'll tell you this. We're unsure on where storms will fire for Monday, so they could fire up here and completely miss this whole area. Or they could fire out here and then move directly towards your area. So there's a lot of uncertainty right now, but all hazards are definitely possible if a storm gets to you. Are still observed out here in southeast of Fort Stockton. Any chance hurricanes hit the Gulf of Texas in July? So I'm not God. I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is if we get a tropical system in the main development region, there's a very high likelihood it's going to go right into the Caribbean and probably right into the Gulf. By far, the most likely track for hurricanes in 2024 is this. Well, I can't say exactly that, but something like this, and then wherever they go, they could go yoink, yoink, or yoink. That is by far the most likely area for tropical systems. Why? Because as I mentioned in my video, this high pressure is going to be very strong. So what it's going to do is it's going to pull waves off of Africa, and then it's going to keep them going south because that high pressure is going to block it. So think of this as a big wall. High pressure, wall. So it's going to be a nice big wall that sets up. And then, of course, they can't go below the equator here, which I don't know exactly where the equator is. It's probably, like, way down here, and I don't know at all. But they don't... Typically, tropical systems don't go beneath this area here. So that leaves, guess what? A wide-open Caribbean. If we watched my forecast, you'll know the Caribbean's expected to be just as, if not hotter than, the Gulf of Mexico this season. So, I mean, this is just going to be... it's going to be like a volcano out here. If we get a tropical system, there's a high likelihood we're going to see rapid intensification with any tropical system that moves in the Gulf or Caribbean. And like I said, I think late May we could even start seeing tropical cyclone development out there. So hurricane season looks big. That's why my forecast was high. And I saw somebody forecasted 39 hurricanes, or not 39 hurricanes, 39 named storms. Like 39 named storms. I'm like, dude, you know, like Greek alphabet starts at what, 27? Have we even Have we even seen that before? How many named storms happened in 2020? 30. 2020, no, 2005. 27. 39 would be absurd. 9 above the historical mark? That'd be insane. That would be insane, dude. I forecasted 26. I kind of feel like I should have forecasted 27, but 26 is still a really good number for sure. But I didn't even mean to go to the last alphabet of the last letter of the alphabet. I just did what I thought is the best, the most likelihood for this season. Like I said, it would have been smarter to go in between CSU and my forecast. But I really think this year could be big time historic. It's either going to be borderline historic or historic, one or the other, for hurricanes. Yeah, exactly. We could end up anywhere between like 20 and 30 named storms, maybe even more than that. Like, nobody knows. I just put out what I believe is the most likely outcome for the hurricane season. And like I showed on my video, last year I was relatively close. I didn't do the best, but I think I was, if I remember correctly, I was 1 under on the named storms, 2 under on the hurricanes, and 1 under on the major hurricanes. Or is that 2 over? I think I was 1 under on the tropical named storms, and then I was 2 over on the hurricanes, and then 1 over on the major. That sounds right, yes. Because we had 3 major hurricanes, I forecasted 4. And I think we had 7 hurricanes, I forecasted 9. And we had 20 named storms, I forecasted 19. I believe that's how it was. I have no idea, Jack. We gotta wait until we get closer. There's a lot of uncertainties on those days. That's why we're not really doing, a briefing. But we're really, honestly, like, this stream's just been chatting, talking, and some coverage. This is looking really impressive. This is definitely the storm that I would be on out here. Fort Stockton would be the way to go right now, because this stuff is a hot mess. It may not even have another opportunity to produce a tornado today. This stuff might just be completely hailers and wind. Like, there's still, of course, a chance, but honestly, it might not have that, decent chance. Let's see here. 30 is still a lot of storms, especially for hurricane season. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. It's like I said, I'm forecasting 26. The average is 14, so 30 is double the average. 30 is double the average. More than double. I don't think I've seen many forecasts forecasting an average season. There's like a 90% chance, I believe, that we're above average this season. Let me real quick hear what Connor's saying. So, yeah, we'll just keep an eye on this storm here. They still haven't observed. This might take a little while before it tries to do something again, so we'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, we're only at 1 tornado warning. I mean, yesterday at one point we were at like 2 PDS warnings for the same storm, and then another tornado warning in the Panhandle, and another tornado warning north of the PDS tornado warning. Like, we were at 4 or 5 warnings. Now, I will say this. Middle May, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say the Q word. Middle May looks quiet. 5 days later. Middle May looks very active, but right now it does actually look pretty quiet. I think we're going to obviously kick it off with a very active early May. We should chillax towards like May 9th or so. all the way till probably May 17th. And then after that, it's probably going to be more mayhem. So right now we're definitely at peak season. We've been at peak season for the last 2 weeks. Maybe even 3. Alrighty, what do we got here? Nah. Wait, what? Did they actually say that? National Weather Service, Wichita, forecast discussion. I'm not seeing that. Yeah, of course there's higher and severe potential. Huh. Hold on, let me try to find this. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Forecast soundings up and down the dry line from mainly the southern half of Kansas, south into Oklahoma continue to indicate a potential kinematic and thermodynamic environment similar to some past higher end events and even historical severe weather and tornado events. Alrighty. So Wichita thinks that it's going to be possibly historic. Interesting. Higher into possibly historic severe threat for Monday. Didn't expect to see that. All right, what was that chat there? Didn't we think that the beginning of May was going to be quiet?
Tornado warning for Central Pecos County in southwestern Texas, Pecos County in Texas.
No, actually, the Twitter weather weenies thought that it would be quiet because they were looking 400 hours out at a CFS and GFS model run. The GFS end of the loop, which is 384 frames, and the CFS 400 hours out, and saw, 400 hours out in the beginning of May. That's going to be an Omega block. Nothing's going to happen in early May. Oh, shoot, what do you know? It's a whole entire pattern flip, and now we're going to be very active, so... Yeah, you can't trust the end of the GFS model run ever. Or the CFS. I know the CFS has somehow managed to actually predict an area of location of severe potential 400 hours out. But that's a very rare scenario. Where's our cold front at right now? Let me look at satellite imagery here. Yeah. This storm's gonna have the best shot for a tornado. Might even be the only shot for a tornado today. Dear G, when do you think North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota will start seeing tornadoes and severe weather? So again, I'm not God, but if I had to guess, probably extremely late May into June and July and August. June, July, August are typically your Midwest summertime super slides for severe weather. Let's see here. All right. Are there going to be bad tornadoes in Lockton? Again, I can't tell you. The severe, the environment looks like the potential for all hazards, including tornadoes, but even if you end up in like the highest risk for severe weather, there's still a low chance that you actually get a tornado. So I mean, you got to think, even if you say that you got like a ridiculous 36, what the heck is going on? When did all these appear? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 severes. When did... Jeez, bro. That's a lot of severes. Those popped up out of nowhere. I didn't even see them. But anyways, yeah, so even if you were in, like, say, a ridiculous high risk 30 significant chance for tornadoes in Lawton, within that entire high risk area, hypothetically, if there was one, you would still have a 70% chance of not seeing a tornado inside that blue circle. And even if, even if you ended up, again, inside that 30 sig tornado risk, the chance that one of those tornadoes that might occur inside that 70% chance of you not seeing a tornado actually goes through and impacts your house is very close to, I somebody did the math, but it's like it's in the decimals. It's like 0 point something. It's very, very, very low. Very, very low. So even if you were in, like, the ultimate highest risk for severe potential, there's still a much higher chance you don't see something. Now, see, that would be ridiculous, Caleb. I think at that point, if I was in a 60 sig tor risk, I just evacuate, man. I would just evacuate like it's a freaking Cat 5, because I don't know if we've ever. I'm pretty sure we've seen a 60 sig in the past, but man, I would just evacuate. If the SBC ever pulled a 60 sig, I would legit just tell people to get out. Like, you literally just need to leave. Because, I mean, that would be ridiculous. Exactly. Like, I would not stay. I would not. Even if I was in a high risk, even if I was in a moderate risk for tornadoes, I would still consider, leaving for a day. But if I'm in a 60 sig, I'm evacuating, dude. I'm getting out of there. No way am I staying. Because, like, that's just insane. Like, they might have only pulled that one time. If not, then not at all. So, I would just leave. And I'm not trying to fearmonger. I don't think, honestly, I'd be surprised if we ever see a 60 sig in the next century. Because the forecast, I mean, for them to pull a 60 sig tor, they would have to be confident in multiple violent long tracked tornadoes occurring for hours on end. Like, I don't think they would ever pull that. I really don't think they'd be able to ever pull a 60 sig tor risk. Yes, April 27th was a 45 sig. I would be astonished. I would be astonished even if we see a 45 sig in the near 20 years, I'd be astonished and blown away. Because, I mean, 45 sigs in themselves are a once in a decade probability, but a 60 sig is like a once in a century. Like, that stuff's just ridiculous. That would just be insane. But thankfully, we don't have to worry about 60 sig tors, because the chance of them happening are, like I said, once in a century. So that's the good news. That's the good news. And by no means do I see in the near future 60 sig tor. I would just, like, what type of confidence would they have to have for that? Like I said, you'd have to be, like, a 60 sig would literally have to be freaking, like, EF4, EF5 tornadoes are expected. Like, that would be, like, I don't know if I could wrap my head around that type of wording. I don't think I could. I don't think I'd be able to wrap my head around that type of wording from the SPC. But like I said, thankfully, please don't worry about that. The chance of us actually seeing that, like I said, they're just... Hold on a second. Is that a tornado? Hold on. I don't know if that's a tornado, so I'm switching. Is that a tornado? It's very rain wrapped, but that sure as heck looks like a tornado in there. I can't be the only one seeing that. Because that's the right edge. Like, that is a massive tornado, right? I'm not just imagining this. Help me out here. Okay, this might play an ad. Okay. Like, I see a tornado. I clearly see a tornado. You can see the left edge, and you can see the right edge. I can see the left edge way more. So this probably has a big tornado on the ground. Oh, look at that. They just observed it. They continued that observed tornado. I don't know if they ever unobserved it. So we'll keep an eye on that. Yes, this is Connor Croft. Connor and Weed Whacker are the two channel names we allow here. Unless I request. There's been chances, and I have requested to know if anyone knows a chaser on a specific storm. Let's see here. Wow. I can't see that anymore. Yeah, that's a lot of corruption, Isabel. I'm sure you know that. I mean, you've probably gotten better than me at this stuff at this point. But regardless, there's a tornado on the ground. Regardless. But yeah, you can at least see the mesocyclone and get a general idea of what, the tornado could be. And where it could be as well. I'm just waiting for an ad to play here. You can't really see it now. We had it before. It was like this big of a tornado. So it was a pretty big tornado, but you can't see it now. At least I can't. Hold on, let me try to concentrate here in the rain. No. I can't make out anything in that. Oh, this is also now warned for 2.5-inch hail. There's some nice purple lightning here. Alright. We're gonna go back to this. If Connor sees it again, I will definitely show all his feed there. But yeah, so you can generally get an idea that your tornado is located right about here. Barely near Highway 285 here. But yeah, you can see how corrupt the data's been, so I wouldn't be trusting this. But there's definitely a tornado on the ground, regardless, so if you are inside this warning, which I don't know how many people are inside this warning at all. Oh, yeah, another chaser has a much better view. It's definitely still on the ground. 236 people. 236 people. Almost at 8. So this is really our only storm that's gonna have a good chance of producing tornadoes for the rest of today. All of today. Until the environment finally becomes less favorable. Which I don't really know when that will be. Probably, like I said, 7 o'clock is what I'm looking at. So we'll just wait and see. We shall wait and see. Let me go down here real quick. So we'll continue to keep an eye on this only active tornado warning again that's southeast of Fort Stockton. There's no populated areas out here. There's just a lot of houses every once in a while. There's about 236 people out here. Let's see here. Yeah. We'll see. I'm just quickly checking something. Man. So our main thing for like our severe weather season, and by our severe season, I mean from like North Dakota, South Dakota, through the Midwest into the Mid Atlantic, our slip and slide derecho season for June, July, August. Um, One of the major factors, which if you watched my tornado forecast video, you would have heard me talk about it, is unironically the El Nino and La Nina. What Enzo we're at here, or the Enzo. Let me check real quick. So we're still by far in a an El Nino to a neutral. We're trying and attempting to maintain at a neutral phase right now. Pretty much the closer we get to a La Nina, the better chance we have in the Mid Atlantic and the Midwest to see severe weather. And that might not occur until July, honestly. So we'll see. Either we're gonna really start our derecho season in late May, or we're gonna have to wait until near July. Yeah, girl dev. This threat, I do hate to say this because I know you have a lot of storm anxiety, so I apologize in advance. But it is a little bit more on the concerning side than the other risks that you've been in this year. But again, they're model runs, so guess what? They could just shift off to your south and then you end up with nothing. But the overall pattern looks very concerning just for severe potential. But whether or not you get severe weather, that's gonna just depend on the mesoscale and even micro features of the severe setup. So even though it seems like a bigger threat for severe weather than what you've seen earlier this year, it could just be another system. I mean, you've seen me track so many countless amounts of severe threats where it's like, this is a big threat for severe weather. And then all of a sudden, the capping's a little bit stronger, or it's a bit messier of a storm mode, or we have a bit more cloud cover than expected. And then all of a sudden, every severe threat just plummets. And it's like, well, never mind. Nothing's going to happen now. So there is still a very high chance that that happens, but it definitely seems like more the one of the more higher end severe threats than uh, what you've seen in previous months this year. So I am definitely concerned for central Indiana, Illinois, southwestern Ohio, and more specifically southern Illinois, southern Indiana, most of Kentucky, most of, with the exception of southeast Tennessee, most of Arkansas, especially the northeast quadrant, and southeast Missouri. All those areas have big potential. But see, girl dev, see, that's on a model run. So we'll have to wait until the day of that severe threat. We'll see what the weather balloons show on that day, and we'll see what the meso analysis says. We'll see what other model runs say leading up to that threat. And then whether or not the capping's in place, we'll see. Because, for instance, we had a enhanced risk. I'm sure some of y'all remember it. We had the enhanced risk over Oklahoma, Kansas about 3 weeks ago, early April, and it had no capping the day before. And then we woke up and there was a big, just a big area of morning convection over Oklahoma and Kansas that left a cold pool. So we ended up seeing like one storm that fired in northeast Oklahoma and it did barely anything. Then we saw more storms in southwest Kansas that attempted to fire but just couldn't sustain. And then we ended up with really not much severe weather. I think the primary threat on that day was if I'm not mistaken, it might have been South Dakota, Nebraska, actually, as opposed to Oklahoma. Let's see. So, point being, just be hyper weather aware, and I'll keep y'all posted. I'll keep you guys posted. I don't plan on storm chasing Wednesday at all. Um, Thursday is just going to depend on what the threat looks like in my area as well as off to the southwest. Because if it's a big enough threat towards, like, you know, the deep south or whatnot, then I may just scrap the storm chasing and do coverage. But I mean, you guys, let's see. I mean, it's 71 to 29. That's quite the gap. That is quite the gap saying storm chase. So I don't know about if we're going to be scrapping that, because I know a lot of you guys, our last storm chase was when we were at like 1,000 subs. Maybe not even. I mean, it's been such a long time. Um, I mean, gracious, it was probably June last year or July. I mean, it's been a long time. And if that's correct, I mean, we were probably near, we hit 1K in October 2022, so we probably chased, and our sub count was probably somewhere around 2,000. So, I mean, that's another 3,000 people who've never seen me storm chase before. What are significant tornado parameters for Indiana Tuesday, Wednesday? So that is a very misleading product. You see me use supercell composite just to get an idea of ingredients in the atmosphere, but significant tornado parameters you'll rarely see me use because I just find them completely misleading and useless. So therefore, I don't use them. And especially when it's day of, because I love to forecast mesoscale myself, if that's even a freaking word. Mesoscale, this sounds like a freaking dragon or something. Because it's just easier. It's just easier because I can look at the individual ingredients and what's going on. So I just avoid it. What in the name of Almighty is going on Chasers, with the Chasers out here on Connor's feed? All right. Interesting. Man, that is such a rain-wrapped monster storm. 5K came up so fast, Karn. Like, 1 second, I was at 4,300 subscribers thinking, I have plenty of time. You know, I'll think about something for 5K next week. 4,300. Well, shoot. There goes any 5K sub special I had planned. Because, I mean, we were just doing daily live streams, so. And it happens. It happens. It happens. So if you guys are new to the channel, I ask that y'all hit that subscribe button real fast. It supports the channel a lot. Hit the like button on today's live stream, which I know pretty much everyone, if not everyone, has. And if you can, share the stream with the family, friends, social media. Help spread weather awareness, as it's extremely important. And the more people we have in here, the more people that are weather aware. But yeah, I'll most likely chase Thursday unless I have something planned. And it also, like I said, it depends on the mesoscale features, because Thursday could either downtrend or uptrend. It definitely wouldn't be the first time, but first we got to get through today, which, I mean, we're really getting through that pretty quick. Then we got to get through tomorrow, which shouldn't be much of an issue. Isolated, severe risk, nothing too over the top. Then we've got to get through ridiculous Monday and also Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then we could see Thursday. So that's the thing about this severe threat. What happens tomorrow isn't going to influence much on Monday, but what happens Monday is going to influence what happens Tuesday. What happens Tuesday is going to influence what happens Wednesday. What happens Wednesday is going to influence what happens Thursday. So we really can't forecast past Monday accurately. Like, yes, we can forecast general areas, but we really need to be very much closer. We need to be a lot closer. Now, Monday should be a much easier day to forecast because because that's going to be the first severe day. Matter of fact, I want to take a look at upper level water vapor imagery. And yeah, wow, hi, that's a big trough ejection. Jeez, that is a big old trough. All right, let me quickly do this. So no, my luck, you guys are gonna be left with a an ad here. Yeah, that's still observed. I just had to check. But I will be right back. I'm gonna leave y'all on Connor's feed. This is Connor Croft, our chaser. So I'll be right back. If he says anything terrible, I didn't say it. He did. So matter of fact, we'll just leave him unmuted just in case. I will be right back. Have fun watching whatever these chasers are doing. Just give me like 1 minute. It won't be long at all. Alrighty, y'all. I am back. Okay, let me go ahead and get Connor out of here. Turn on my camera again. Okay. What did I miss? Did this go? Nope. Oh, wow. Well, hot diggity dang. We only got 1 tornado warning and 2 severes. Ooh, 10 sig. I'm sorry, but like 10 sigs just... I really don't see why they put it out today. Sure, it verified because we did see a significant tornado, but it's one storm. One storm. Typically, they don't put out 10 sigs if the threat's anticipated to be isolated like it was today. Let's see here. All right, what time are we at? 1:20. All right. Well, we'll see how this looks in 40 minutes or so. But I probably won't stay live for too longer here. I hope I get a 5% tornado risk, because if I do, it's probably gonna explode. Man. Hmm. I've also got to think of how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna need to do a lot of experimenting. You guys, we are gonna have to do a members only live stream, or else TRG is gonna probably have a lot of streams that crash on Thursday. We are definitely gonna have to do some experimenting, huh? Let's ask Lucky. Is there a 1 in a million chance that you are free on Thursday? You never know. It would make it easier if he could help me, but if he can't, then that'd be okay too. Because I mean, we're gonna have to learn how to storm chase in the middle of nowhere eventually. Let's see. Yeah, I know Storm Dakota. I know. Let me see how long this prime threat's gonna last. Yeah, honestly, the main tornado threat's probably done. 6 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if this storm weakens, we're done for most of our tornado activity today. In my opinion. There's still a chance for isolated tornadoes tonight for sure. Don't get me wrong, but I think that was really our main threat right there. Now I shall wait for 18Z GFS to render in to see if I'm still inside the possibility of severe weather. Well, this model just went all over the place, didn't it? I mean, I'm still in a threat, just not that high of a threat. Let's take a sounding over here. See how good a sounding looks on this horrific GFS model. Wow. I have a field day with some kicking hail if that happens. That is a hail sounding and a half. Yay. 3-inch hail for me. It probably wouldn't be that large. What's the ensemble say here? It gives a pretty good chance for me to see severe weather at 2 p.m. Thursday. The only thing is, do I have a forcing mechanism? Let's see what the officials say. What does the Weather Prediction Center say? If their site wants to load for me. Thursday, did I say? Mm-hmm. I'd have it. Ooh, whoa. Is that a dry line? Nah, wait a second. Hold on a second. Let me look at this. Oh, wow. Talk about a very ripe environment for moisture. Dude. What's our issue here? What are we lacking? Let me guess. No wind shear. Huh. Well, something's going on here. What's going on in this environment? Why is this environment not better? Let me take a sounding here. Connor is driving away from the storm, I believe, right now. Let's see. Man, if only I could get a shortwave trough to sneak through the Appalachians, that would be great right there. All right. Still observed. Still observed. Oh, there's the weed whacker with his hailstorm. He's got a little hailstone on Twitter again. I think this thing's still producing a tornado based off of a chaser I just saw. That's crazy. This thing has been a long track tornado. This thing touched down not a whole lot after we went live. We went live for the northern one, then the southern one touched down not that long after. Let's see. Let me check. When's the latest here? Today's a Saturday, right? 9? I'm thinking about trying to do a video tonight. Just a quick video update for y'all. I'll see. 3 severe in Georgia? Oh, I wasn't expecting that either. Look at that. Just 3 normal severes, nothing crazy. Can you check models for... I've already looked at models and a lot today. I'm just waiting to see what this one storm does. Oh, I got a message here. Huh. Wow, Lucky's actually going to be free on Thursday. I don't know about that. Also depends on windstorms, fire. You know what? I'm not going to do a video today. But if I can... Let's see, what does tomorrow look like for severe weather? I was thinking about tomorrow, though. Tomorrow's Sunday, right? Okay. Wow, very, very conditional. Yikes. Yeah, it looks horrific. Wow, okay, so I might be able to get a video out tomorrow if I feel like I'm not too exhausted. We'll see. Because I want to wait for the new update from the day 4 through 8 outlook. Because, you know, we've already gone over it in this live stream, so maybe I'll make a video tomorrow. If there's a video out tomorrow at, let's see, 4 p.m., then that means I made a video. If it's not out at 4 p.m., then that means I didn't make a video. It's as easy as that. So if there's a video out tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, then I made one. Which I'll attempt to. And then we'll still be going live tomorrow for an hour or two for briefing. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be doing coverage because the main severe risk tomorrow is actually going to be tonight. Like the main severe risk is overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. So the prime threat tomorrow is 8, 9 a.m. So I won't be live for that. I will not be live for that one. Still keeping it observed for 206 people. And now destructive for hail. We might not continue much longer just because this thing's going in a radar hole as well. It's a HP supercell, so we'll just see. I mean, because we're not going to see much on Connor's stream. It's such a high precipitation cell. It's what HP stands for. That watch, tornado watch, remains in effect. You can see that there in the purple. Until 11 o'clock tonight Eastern, 10 p.m. Local Central Time. Let's see. So we'll see what happens tonight, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna see that widespread of severe weather anymore. It never really looked good to begin with, to be honest. Wow, the National Weather Service in Lubbock. Or no, an employee of the National Weather Service in Lubbock was down in Fort Stockton and managed to grab a picture of this tornado. That is crazy. Yeah, there's storms in this is your 10 seg. How close are we? Isn't it so crazy? Isn't this widespread tornadoes? Yeah, they're just, I mean, it's just chilling in the 10 sig. This is the only storm we're expecting in the 10 sig. This was our main risk for tornadoes right here. This one storm. So, yeah. I mean, we can look tonight at the models here. you'll see probably a line move through. All right, we can use this model run. But let's change to composite here. All right, there we go. So yeah, you can see we're still gonna see some storms, but I mean it's not gonna be anything crazy tonight. And if there is, I'm gonna be up for like another 5 hours. So I mean, if we manage to get something big, I'll go live for it. But I mean, yeah. I got my license yesterday. I was the luckiest man alive. I actually got a really good instructor who was very nice. So I was the luckiest person alive at the DMV. And no, it's not like I'm a bad driver. I'm a good driver. Jeez. This is the thing that I fear most as a storm chaser right here. This is from Connor Croft's feed. You ready?
No hell yet. Oh.
It's not the tornadoes. It's not the hail. It's not the wind. Not even the other chasers. It's the fact that you never know what lightning bolt has your name on it. So that's what I fear the most. Hey, Connor and Reed! Hold on, we can see Reed. Let's see Reed. Come on, Connor, let me see Reed. Reed's right here. He's over here. There's Reed! It's Reed! It's the weed whacker. We got the weed whacker. Alright, let me go back over here. Really the main severe threat right now is in freaking here. It's over here. Like this area has more severe storms than I'm pretty sure Texas does. This has 4 severes. I didn't see that one south of Abilene here for hail. That's a lot of lightning. Man. It's very scattered here. Yeah, there's your 2.75-inch hail right there. Alright. Bless you, Reed. Oh, y'all didn't hear it, but he sneezed. Man. Alright, let's see how many, I want to see how many spotters we have out here. Wow. Dude. There's a few spotters who stayed on these storms, but pretty much everybody knows that if any storm's going to do something, it's this one. And it's a HP supercell, so it ain't fun. But we'll keep an eye on it still. Look at all those chasers all over the place. Man, this is like the best chasing train too, or very close to it. Probably not the best road network, if I had to say. But definitely some good chasing terrain. We're gonna end our poll in about 3 minutes. So if y'all haven't voted on that, you can if you want. Thursday's gonna also depend on how it looks here. You know, if it doesn't look like we're gonna get a solid severe threat, then I'm not gonna be chasing it.
Pecos County in southwestern Texas, north central Terrell County in southwestern Texas, Pecos and Terrell County in Texas.
Alright. It's a new warning. It's gonna keep going. That is gonna keep going. All right, let's go back to our warning here. It's still confirmed for 8 more minutes. So we'll keep an eye on that. And we'll see what happens. We will see what happens here. Uh-oh. Oh, that was an hour ago. Never mind. We good. We good. We good. Do we have any Tor possible severes out? Nope, 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 and nope. All right. I mean, honestly, we'll just wait 20 more minutes and then we'll end stream. And then I'm going to go do a few things and I'll still be on monitoring mode just in case, but I don't plan on streaming again tonight. And like I said, if I manage to get a video done tomorrow, then it will be out at 4 o'clock Eastern. There's definitely going to be a risk for it. Mississippi's, I mean, everybody along the Gulf Coast line. Everyone here. Everybody here is at risk for a hurricane. Everyone out here. Including the fishes. Because like I said, with the high pressure, we're going to have a strong high pressure that sets up near the Azores, is it? I think. And that's going to just... It's just going to be a wall. It's just going to be a wall right here. There's going to be a nice big wall around that high pressure. So storms are going to form off of Africa and have nowhere to go but into the Caribbean. And then into, if they can make it, the Gulf. Depends on the steering currents up here. You know, if we have a high pressure in the U.S., then the storm's just going to go over here. And then it's probably going to be deflected from the U.S. and then go out to sea. Something like that. I'm not too sure. But definitely the main steering current's going to be that high pressure this season for sure. All right. Well, now I'm just going to wait here. We'll conclude stream, y'all. So we'll conclude stream in 18 minutes. I'm just going to be chilling here until we hit our time to end. Like I said, typically we do 3-hour live streams for enhanced, but you'll occasionally have the enhanced that doesn't perform as anticipated. Let me check this. Oops. Definitely not that. Here we go. Okay. Just make sure everything is good to go, y'all. That's all. And I forgot to end that poll, so we'll just end it now. If Thursday looks good, I will chase. If Thursday looks good. So we'll see. We shall see what happens, but my expectations are very low for Thursday. That's the thing about chasing. Always have your expectations very low. Especially if it's a Virginia risk, that is for sure. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. We'll see. We'll see what Thursday looks like on Wednesday. So this is probably still a tornadic. It's definitely tornadic, but whether or not there's a tornado on the ground, it's solely going to be off of chasers, and there's no way for us to know if this is on the ground. It's just as simple as that. Like, there's not going to be any radars for us to see, and it's a rain-wrapped supercell, so you're not going to be able to see if there's a tornado inside of it as a chaser. Girl dev, like I said, just be hyper weather aware. I mean, like I mentioned before, you already are. Um, but I mean, models are gonna change, so the last thing you want to do is look at models. That's literally the last thing you want to do. The number one thing, the first thing you want to do, is make sure you're keeping up with your local meteorologist, because, like I've said before, your meteorologists are going to know your area better than anybody. I cover the nation, so I track weather on a nationwide scale. I'm not going to know, mountains that can split apart these storms in specific areas. What area in Indiana tends to see the most severe weather, where storms tend to weaken along Indiana most of the time. Your meteorologist is going to know that the best. Kind of like how I know my neck of the woods. I know that it's very rare to see storms fire out towards the western side of the Appalachians. Typically, they'll fire out in this area, and then most of the time, like I'm talking 98, 99.9% of the time, storms are going to fire out here in western North Carolina. And I also know that there's mountains back up here, so storms can get caught on these mountains. I also know, let's see, that the most prime area for severe weather is typically south of Richmond, near the Danville area, Greensboro, down towards Raleigh and back up north. That's where I typically notice the most severe weather. I know, we have Carolina Alley out towards this general vicinity here, somewhere out there. So, yeah, that's thanks to my local meteorologist, because I pay attention to my meteorologist as well. So I've learned a lot from them, of course. 2.5-inch hail reported from emergency management on this storm. That is tornado warned for 2.75-inch hail. Welcome, Brooklyn, to the stream. I feel like you're the first mod in here. You might be the first mod in here, Brooklyn. I don't think we had another mod in here, did we? Let me see. Nope. Caleb, are you still here? If you respond, you get mod, Caleb. Let's see if he responds. If he responds, he's mod. If he doesn't, then rest in peace. He lost his only opportunity. At least for now. Uh-oh, it's not looking promising. It ain't looking promising. Oh, there he is. Moderator. Mod. There you go. Where's Pete? That dude needs mod. Pete, I don't expect you to mod at all. By any means, but you need mod, dude. Where's Pete? Where's Pete at? I know you're in here. I saw you chat, Pete. Pete has been here for so long. I don't know where he is. Let me go to live chat. I can't see him. Oh, well. I'll try to give him mod next time I see him. I expect you to mod, though, Caleb. But Pete, he deserves mod. Just so that way he stands out in the crowd. How close are we? Not currently. Not currently. You can't apply for mod. That might be something I introduce in winter. Depends on how big the channel gets, which it's already a pretty big channel, but we'll just see around winter if I need more mods. You've been here for a while, so if you continue to hang around, there's going to be a couple of y'all who are going to have a better chance if you apply. If I put out mod applicants this winter. What the heck was that? All right. Random notification. Another one. Well, that's staying over there. I'm not picking it up again. So, yeah. Really, if you just stick around like a long time, like Pete's been here for like 3 years. He's been here for 3 years. He's just never really, he hasn't seemed like he's been interested in mod. If he asked at any point, I'm pretty sure I would have just given him mod. So, I mean, if he wants mod, I'll gladly give it to him. And then I know Caleb. He's been here a while. He's been wanting mod. He's here pretty much every stream, and he's always chatting. So I know he's paying attention to chat. So he's already a really good mod. So pretty much hang around, be nice, be friendly, and be in it. Just, be here for a while. Don't expect mod either. Don't expect to be mod. But like I said, there's a few of you guys, like, if you're around in winter and I put out mod applicants, like I said, if you've been here for a while, I'm definitely going to be putting y'all at the most likely to be mod list. Yeah, I don't know how often we're going to do it, Marcus, because Lucky's my best friend. That's definitely going to be the person who's here the most. Andrew's fantastic for sure. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, Lucky's been in this channel forever, so it'd be really nice if we could get both of them. If we could get all 3 of us in here for coverage, but I don't know if that's gonna be a possibility. Andrew told me that it may be, so we'll see. But they're both really nice people. I'd love to have both of them doing co-streams at the same time. It'd be great. Let's see here. I was about to say, Lucky hasn't gone live in a while, but I just remembered I watched his live stream, like, the day before yesterday. The day I got my license. Or, which was yesterday, my word. That was yesterday. Man. I'm tired, dude. I'm so tired. I've had a long day. But I wanted to do some coverage for y'all. Plus, I haven't gotten to look at some models, so now I'm all caught up with weather. And I know a bunch of stuff about this week's severe threats, so I've prepared myself for a video tomorrow. And then I'll have to relearn all the information tomorrow and make sure it's all up to date. Then I can attempt to make a video, which, like I said, if I have a video, I'll be out at 4. But, alright. We're going to start wrapping things up here shortly, y'all. I know we're the only coverage people live on YouTube right now. There's a couple chasers out there, I know, who are live streaming it, but nobody on the big screens went live today, which is unfortunate. Typically, these threats are often overlooked a lot. Whenever bigger live streamers think that there's not a big threat for severe weather, they just, don't go live. But one of my friends, or a channel that I love, he's been doing coverage for so long, he had to take a break, kind of like I did yesterday. I want to make sure that breaks up. I don't like that. That's close. Too close for comfort. I don't like those greens. Green and reds close to each other. Oh, for sure, Haley. Yeah, for sure. A couple people I could just name off the top of my head is Girl Dev, Haley. How close are we? Let's see. Pete. Forrest. Those are a few that I could just name off the top of my head. Who would be at the top of mod list? Probably Marcus, too. So, if I need more mods, like I said, there's plenty of you guys who I trust enough to give mod to. So, there's no shortage of mod applicants out there, in my opinion. Yeah, you too, Storm Dakota. You too. There's a lot of people, honestly. Like, we could probably have, like, 20 mods on the channel. We really could. Because there's so many people who I know who are fantastic people in the community. It's not over, but it sure as heck feels like it, doesn't it? It sure does feel like it. It's not over, but Yeah, I really didn't see much today. Like I said, I'm really surprised they pulled the 10 sig trigger. It did verify because we saw 2 significant tornadoes and or 1 long tracked significant tornado. So it did verify, but it wasn't widespread significant tornadoes by any means, or like 2, 3 significant tornadoes. So in my eyes, it did verify because it was a significant tornado. So it did verify. That's easily enough for a verification on my checkbook. But yeah, there's still going to be a whole lot more severe weather potential tonight. A lot of it will be hail. Some of it will be wind, and also an isolated 2 tornadoes. Isolated 1 or 2 tornadoes will be a possibility. Isolated tornado or 2 is what I'm trying to say there. Will still be a possibility, but that's going to be it for today's live stream, y'all. I know it was a bit of a quick stream. Typically, we do 3-hour coverage, but I wasn't even too sure if I was going to go live today for coverage, so I'm glad I did, because we saw the only, at least right now, the only 2, possibly 3 tornadoes we've seen of the day. I'll still be on standby, but unless it's like something over the top, I'm not going to go live for it. I'm just going to take the rest of the day off. Fix a few things up and prepare for tomorrow's briefing as well as maybe video. Tomorrow is a busy day for me as well, so yeah, like I said, if I have a video ready to go, I'll have it out at 4. I don't plan on live streaming the Twisted update. I was hoping to do it, but it just got me on one of the more busier days of the year. To be honest, today was one of the more busier days of the year, so I don't plan on live streaming the Twisted update. So yeah, I'm gonna try to put a video out tomorrow 4 p.m. Eastern. If it's not out, then I didn't get to it. And yeah, I'll still be live tomorrow about 5:50 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern. So have a great rest of y'all's night. Massive shout out to all the mods for modding the chat, and subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button on your way out and share the channel with family, friends, social media. Have a great rest of your night. See y'all tomorrow. Goodbye. Stay safe, watch severe weather, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's